Good evening, McFarlin. I wanted to provide a final update for you on our church's response to the reopening protocols that our governor, mayor, and our bishop have issued. Following this update, Pastor Wendy will provide further updates and will serve as the interim senior pastor until Reverend Johnson's arrival at the beginning of July. In our last update, we said that we would resume operation of our daycare, our Children's Day Out, and McFarlin and Friends summer programming beginning on June the 1st. The directors of those programs have worked diligently with our facilities team and in conjunction with medical professionals to prepare procedures to ensure safe drop-off and pickup, as well as care throughout the day. Our staff team, who has been working from home, has slowly begun re-entry into the office on a reduced scale with no more than 10 in the building at any given time. Beginning June the 1st, that number will expand to 25, and all staff will be required to receive temperature screenings and to wear face masks while working or moving through common areas. Our hope had been that we might be able to resume some version of in-person worship beginning on June the 14th. However, at this time, our relaunching team, consisting of pastors, staff, and laity, have determined that it is too premature to do that at this time, given the unique nature of our physical space and the diversity of ages within our congregation. We have formed teams to focus on two primary elements of relaunching in-person ministry, one for worship and another for small group gatherings. While plans are still being finalized and reviewed, we are optimistic that small groups will be able to begin gathering in our building by June the 15th. We encourage groups to continue to meet through Zoom or other digital platforms, and we know that everyone is anxious to be back together again. Pastor Wendy will share these relaunching plans with you once they have been reviewed by our medical advisors and authorized by our administrative council. We are learning so much about the complexities of relaunching our in-person ministries and are careful to adhere to guidelines set forth by the CDC. Your continued faithfulness in online worship is life-giving and inspiring, and your patience as the leaders of our church make challenging decisions is deeply appreciated. It's good for us to remember Paul's words to the Philippians. Let each of you look not to your own interests, but to the interest of others. You are an incredible church, McFarlin. You were before this pandemic began, you have been throughout its duration, and you will be in the months and years to come. I pray God's continued provision and protection for each of you, and I trust in the holy perseverance of Christ's church. I want to invite you to join us this next Sunday, May the 31st, for online worship as I share with you my final sermon. It will be so good to worship together. And so I ask that you would remember that God loves you, and one more thing, that I love you. God bless you, McFarlin.